Hi, I am African Crypto Warlord, and today we'll be looking at how powerful these tools are. Considering I started using alpha trading tools quite a while back, but started to fully comprehend and gain confidence in just pretty much having a diary posted on YouTube that I can refer to every day. So, what did we see? We were looking, the first one, we were looking at a 21 day, and then we came back to a 7 day. We saw a mean reversion play out, right? And this was our point. We had a little bit of contraction with regards to Shannon entropy. Also, it was a little bit positively correlated up here, high volatile zone. So you would need to come and play and notice that our other indicators are having outlier events in the complete opposite direction of market expectation. So you need to start monitoring levels and stuff like that. So this is where we started out off as, and we've dropped in. So I'm just going to show you how powerful the 3-day drift is. I'll switch those off. Okay, so we've been speaking quite a lot about 3-day drift, and what we can see here is we can see it playing out. Okay, so everybody's been panicking for, I don't know, quite a while, saying, oh, we don't know where it's going, but we already identified levels in which we could see drift starting to happen. Okay, an expansion, and this is our zero mean, 75 cents pretty much. So there's a few other videos stating this region and why it is quite important, just because I like to single these candles out. I like to use them as market memory. That's how I identify a candle for a region. Okay, so we had some positive drift formed by negative correlation and contraction that causes positive drift, and a positive drift has mean reverted us with our faster Pearson correlation confirming, boom, and we're breaking out of a, what's that, that is a very far out monthly, yeah. So these are this was our daily range that was printed, and we've pushed through it into our previous weekly ranges, which have now become our daily range. Okay, and here's our new one. Okay, so these are means. So the positive drift took through our mean. As we can see, we're moving to a more random point in the market. The trend started to decay as soon as we left this cloud. So as we could see here, we're wanting to base off some things. That's when you start looking for general plays. Okay, contraction was still negatively correlated. Algos and bots are going to be buying the dips. Then we dropped it down to 24-hour. Sorry. Okay, so what can we see? We can see that there's still positive drift active here. Positive float. Contraction, negatively correlated. It's going to float up, but we can see that it's sort of done its floating up action as of this. So we will need to wait another 1 hour and 30 minutes. Our 90-minute candle has just opened. Okay, so then what we can see here is our general trend is wanting to trend to the upside. Let's say on the daily, this would be a significant point to start fighting over. We already had an outlying event that's telling me that this move has already played out. Coming back to the data, we're starting to lose trend here. Our returns are starting to diminish, and we sort of hit a ceiling with regards to APP. We have a whole bunch of flashes on our alpha volatility radar. Okay, so this is all correction for 3-day float. Okay, bouncing on the 12-hour mean, but we could see that we were bouncing around on a weekly. I'll open this up, bring it up, and we could see that we're bouncing on a weekly mean for how many hours? That's 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, it's one candle worth of drift. These were the previous 2 contraction candles, and considered not too big of a trend in comparison to our other trends. Okay, our other trends, let me just show you, being stuff like this, when we really start trending and then we start to decay from the trend. Gets a bit random, volatilities need to go back to 0, people need to start figuring out are they long or they short, and then go hunting liquidity. Okay, so outlying events happening on the 12-hour, looking overextended. Contraction positively correlated, let me double check that, is negative drift. So you will see bottom algo supporting this. It turns to the downside. The trend is decaying though. Okay, so you wouldn't really expect as hard of a hit down as it was a hit up. So look for halfway. Besides that, what I mean, our daily mean. Okay, so contraction negatively correlated. That's adding us positive drift. Quarter down the time frames. Okay, so now we're gonna, that's our 6-hour, then we throw it on our 3-hour, and then we'll start identifying, let's say, levels, as we already did. I'll throw this up, levels of, let's say, weekend price action, because our 3-day closes today and our 7-day also closes today. Shannon's expanding both into the downside. This is still currently quite a small candle, considering halfway through, or not candle, I'm going to say body. So it does look like it can fight there. It does look like it can flip this back in, which causes sideways, and that will confirm here. Then you can have an outlier event. Does the outlier event that is possible start trending to our cloud, telling us the trend is not decaying, the trend is increasing. Okay, 90 minutes, because we just opened that guy up 5 minutes ago. So our returns are trending to the downside. We're having a little bit of a hiccup here. Obviously this is quite a random range to try and trade, I say, because we're in between our VRE levels. I'm happy to figure out what's going on anytime we get to a VRE level. Okay, anytime we get to a VRE level, there's some significance. We pick it up. Okay, 45 minutes, and then let's see if we can start identifying. We'll do some weekly ranges. So we'll leave our daily mean, we'll do weekly and monthly ranges. Okay, CRV, that's cool. Open this up wide. So what can we see? We can see that from our previous stream, where we're at our means, our weekly mean. Okay, this is still our current weekly mean. Because it was nice and tight, boom, it's gonna expand. We just had to look for direction, so we gave our weekend range, what was it, 9% to the upside and 7 and 8% to the downside. Okay, so we knew that the 3-day positive drift was going to pull us at least back into the mean and try push for higher float. Okay, then we saw that the 3-day, so remember this, then we saw that the 3-day mean reverted on the Shannon, which is over here, adding, okay, get it done, mean reverted here, adding to this pump. So we had our carry through, positive drift, into Shannon expanding, positively correlated, boom, pump to the upside. So we go back down to our 45 minutes. Okay, we can use this, but we were looking for weekend ranges. Okay, fold out, open up, make big. So we're looking for weekend ranges. This is our daily mean. Okay, daily mean over here, drag this over. It's our daily mean. This is our monthly mean. That yellow line. This yellow line is our monthly mean. This is our daily mean. This is our first monthly. And this, there you are, is our weekly. I'll tell you now which number, Laplace level. Okay, number 2 to the upside. So if I was to pick a range, I would say between our daily mean, okay, depending on how much volume, you can look for wicks, and depending on how much more this 3-day expansion carries on, you can look for it to be capped, at least where it's been previously capped. You can look for basing from here, or mean reversion and flip the book down from here. You can look to base these candles off of here. You can look for a lot of fighting within this region, and then this can be used to set bull div on higher term time frames. If the oscillators don't decrease as much as the price action, you'll have a bull div, then it can support itself on something like this. If you have a bull div form over here, support itself somewhere down the line like that. So these are our levels. I wouldn't measure it exactly from this point, seeing as we've based ourselves off of here at about 6 hours till daily close, up 3.3, and then you start looking for trend, at least with regards to, and 2.5. Those be the weekly levels. Now the weekend levels that I'll be keeping eyes on. Daily's gonna change now in 30 minutes. Yeah, I hope this was helpful. If you stay through to the end, you will see what I start to look for. Let's just throw this up on Shannon so we can leave off with where we currently are. I think I've got a hair stuck in my mask. Okay, Shannon's going sideways, okay, but contracting negatively correlated, so these will start, the bots and augers will buy up as little because there's drift. Okay, this thing needs to expand, go red, and this needs to mean revert to the upside, and that's what's gonna pump you out of here, which is relative to one of these ranges. Pump into there, or carries on contracting, this carries on going down, that keeps this negatively correlated, that keeps on pumping. Okay, so it's just on a 45 minute. We can see a few things happening now in 45 minutes. This being the positive drift, because we're going sideways, whilst both are negatively correlated. Now it's sort of lifted itself up, so it will go sideways. It will stay here. But if it's contracting and they're both negatively correlated, which means negatively correlated means below this line. Let me go wide, lift it up. Negatively correlated means against this line. We have a few things saying that there could be a little bit of follow through here. A return oscillator coming off of an outlier, looking like something wants to trend. Percentiles not even flashing, so this got trimmed down quite quickly. Positive upside is contracting and it's not really trending, which is sort of like this, telling me the similar. So yeah, this is a little bit rangy, silly place to be putting on trades. If you're long, you should have been long here. If you're short, you should have been short here, depending on how you trade. But you wait for one of these regions to be broken, tested, make your decision, depending on how volatile it starts to get with our expansions over here on a 4 hour. Okay, if this goes red and that flashes green, more than likely test and try close above there. If this turns around and that flashes red, more than likely test and try close below here. Lot of stuff going on. I hope this was helpful, and those are our weekend ranges. Breakthrough, mean revert above, trend carry on, breakthrough, mean revert below, let's say a 12 hour to a daily, push down. Wednesday will be the check. If there's more follow through, or if we revert back to where we've started from either point from here. Have a good day, and I hope this is a little bit more helpful with regards to alpha trading tools. These guys are absolute boffins at what they do. I haven't had so much confidence and actually have points that I can base trades off of, make ideas, write them down, trade them, have patience. The best line I've ever heard is have patience. Now I know what to have patience for. Thank you, Chris Dominator. Now I know what to have patience for, my friend. So that's alpha trading tools. Link is in the Discord. Link is in the description below. Discord link. Yeah. If you want to take this seriously, or if you just want to be an investor in the know or a day trader, I think these are very powerful tools for you to make solid mathematical assumptions off of whatever asset you're trading. If it's just on TradingView, you will have your probabilities and your distribution cones and your flashes to tell you what the heck is going on. I do it with Zambian Kwacha. It's beautiful, it works, it does trade like an altcoin, so the distribution cones work like an absolute boss. It's quite nice. And when your local currency is swinging 15% in 40 days, you know $60 is well worth it. Yeah, I hope you have a good day. I'm not shutting out indicators, but education has a fee, and this is one of the most valuable educations I've ever had, coming from Africa. Have and keep on learning to have. It's a blessing. Thank you, James.